And we should be live. Where do you want me to start? Oh, let me share my screen first. So, share screen.
I like the Octoprint t-shirt.
I'm sorry?
I like the Octoprint t-shirt.
All right. Let me move a couple things around first. So let me move this over here. This should come over here. There we go. And move that there. And share. Share.
Hey, the Viking is here. How you feeling today, buddy?
All right. You see the screen okay, right?
Yes.
Good morning, Thomas.
Hope he's feeling better today.
I wasn't feeling too good yet. What was it, day before or yesterday?
Last couple of days.
Last couple days.
I think something, some bug or something was getting him.
What'd you have, Thomas?
Probably from burning the candle at both ends, being up streaming all the time.
Yeah. That'll get you those late nights.
So, have you run any other CAD systems, Sergio?
No, not really. I've played with Design Spark a little bit. I did get to create, a couple of brackets, but I haven't played with it in a while, and I've mostly forgotten everything.
Okay. And how long have you been running Fusion? Oh, Viking says he got some sleep. He's feeling a little bit better.
Oh, cool.
That's good.
What time is it now where you are, Viking? Should be close to lunch, no?
About 1:30 in the afternoon. Toss him a link, see if he wants to join in.
Yeah. But I need his email I can put it up on the screen. What the hell? Hold on a second. Let me get the link first. Invite. Let me go up here. Invite. Copy to clipboard.
Glad you're feeling better there, buddy.
There you go, Viking. Come on in, Tom.
So how long have you been running Fusion, Sergio?
I've only played with it. I've had it for a little while, and I've only tried a few things, but it is way out of my league.
Well, we're going to change that today.
Hopefully.
So, we're going to start pretty much from the beginning.
Right.
You're liking that space ball, though, huh?
Yeah, and it works. It even works with a Prusa slicer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thing is, with Prusa slicer, when you're manipulating things there, it's also manipulating things in Fusion. So when you bounce back to Fusion, you may not see your part anymore.
Ah, okay. That's if you have both of them up at the same time.
Yes. It'll only affect things that are running.
Gotcha.
Viking says he's still in bed, so I don't think he's coming, or maybe he'll come along in a while.
All right.
So let's get started. You really haven't created much of anything here, have you?
No.
Those are pretty much the
stock stuff.
Stock stuff, yeah. So let's see. Let me get to my Fusion for a second and check something.
Okay.
Okay, let's see where you are. First thing to do, Sergio, is to go towards the upper left corner where it says workshops and events. There's a little house building right there.
This one?
No,
No.
off to the left.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, click on that guy.
All right.
Here is like it'll be like your filing cabinet.
Okay.
And up to your right where it says new project,
Right.
you can click on that.
Okay.
And now you can name a new project. You could say like Jimmy Lessons or something like that.
Sounds good.
It's like putting a folder into your filing cabinet.
Okay.
And in that folder, you can then put various models. Now you got to click on Jimmy Lessons to get into it.
Okay.
It's probably down a ways. It's alphabetical. Well, I don't see it.
Yeah, neither do I. My recent data. No.
No, not that.
My first project. How about my first project?
Yeah, okay. We can go in there, double click it,
Okay.
and now you're ready to start a file.
Okay.
Up top, you already have one started. If you look way up top in the middle, it says untitled.
Way up on top in the middle.
Way up on top in the middle.
Over here.
Yeah, up a little higher. It says untitled.
Untitled. Uh-huh.
That's your file that you have open. So it's
Okay.
it automatically starts with something up
Okay.
on the screen.
Okay.
You can never have nothing in Fusion. It's
Gotcha.
always something.
Gotcha.
So now you want to go over about a few inches to the left, and you see the little folder tab next to that, next to the 9 little squares up a little. Over, yeah, that one.
Uh-huh.
Click on that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, nope, sorry. Just go over to your screen and click.
Where?
There you go. All right. I wonder why it's not set to let you file. Well, okay, we'll start from there. Click on that you're on.
Okay.
Say new design.
Okay.
So now it's come up with another untitled something.
Okay. Untitled 1. All right.
Yes. Why is it not coming up with the save? To the right of that, one to the right is save. Over a little more.
This one? Oh,
yeah, that one. You should be able to save this.
Oh, not yet. Okay. Save, Control S, saves a design, schedule location with a project.
Try hitting Control S.
Okay. Control S.
It's not letting you save.
No, not yet. Maybe
it wants something in there. Okay, well, let's start.
Okay.
In the graphics window, you can hit the X in the left-hand window where it says Sergio.
Right here?
Other left.
Oh, left. Okay.
There's an X in the upper right corner of this window. Here. Hit that, and that closes your file cabinet view.
Okay.
So now you want to go just under solid up in the top menu bar.
Here?
Yes, click that. That's create a sketch.
Okay. Click on that.
Yep. That comes up with your 3 major axes and the 0 point of the file. The blue axis is Z.
Okay.
The red axis is X, and the green axis is Y.
Okay.
So click on that XY plane, which is you had it highlighted. Off to your right, up a little.
Up a little. Okay.
That one. Yeah, click on him.
All right.
Now that hits you right to the XY plane.
Okay.
This is like Sketcher World. Viking saying he wants a space ball soon too,
Yeah, I saw that.
but they're not available used too much in Norway. Maybe Josh
The
can
one I
send you
got,
one.
Viking, Thomas.
Whoa, that's a whole different thing there. You must be running a different version.
Dude, I guess this is the newest one.
Okay. Way in the upper right corner of this, you'll see a little cube that says front.
Right there.
Yeah, click on front.
Okay.
That'll snap you right back to looking square onto the XY plane.
Gotcha.
That's like a navigator box up there. It'll tell you whether you're looking at the front, the back, the top, the left. And if you hover over that box with your cursor, go ahead and hover over the box. There you go.
Uh-huh.
Up to the right of it, high and to the right, you can see a couple of arrows. It'll spin you 90 degrees, and the little carrots around the box will flip you 90 degrees.
I gotcha.
So let's draw something.
Okay.
You're in that upper menu bar. You're clicked on line. It's a straight line with a half a circle. So you're set. Yeah, over to the left.
Fill it left. This?
Left.
Oh, sheep.
Yeah. The one that's highlighted.
Oh, this one. Yeah.
Yes. That's the line command.
Okay. Click on it.
You're already in it.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's already highlighted. Okay.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So let's just draw a little box.
A box. Okay.
Yeah. Start in one corner and make a box. Now, as you're bringing that down, swing your cursor to the left or to the right a little
Okay.
so you can get angles.
I see.
And it tells you how long the line is, and it tells you what angle you're at.
Right.
Go ahead and take it down below the red line a ways.
Okay.
Now get her straight up and down. There you go, 90 degrees. Oh, get it on 90 degrees.
Get it on 90. All right, hold on. Wait a minute.
There you go. When
Okay.
you get it on 90, when you get it on 90, click.
Okay. When I get it on 90. Oh, there we go. Click.
Oh, it didn't come out straight. That's okay. We'll fix that.
Okay.
Now go off to the right.
Continue with it.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
so click.
going to make the next line. Move your cursor to the right.
There you go.
Oh, it's making a circle because you went back and hit on that. So just go to the upper corner and hit that line icon again.
Okay.
That'll bounce you out of it.
Okay.
Okay, we wound up with an arc we didn't want.
Okay.
Just
So
up above that highlighted box, there's an arrow that points to the left.
in this box.
Up a little higher in the gray bar.
Uh-huh.
See that arrow? That's the undo command.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yeah, so hit undo and
Okay.
hit it again. And it took away that arc.
Okay.
So you can go back. As you're doing commands, that's the undo. So you can go back, 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 back.
Right.
Now you want to get back into the line command. So you have to go back and hit that line icon again.
Got you.
And then select that bottom point.
Select it.
Yep.
Okay.
And then move your cursor off to the right.
I got you. Without just select it without keeping it clicked. Okay.
Right. And then
All right.
stop it. Okay, click.
Okay.
Now move your cursor straight up.
Gotcha.
It'll keep machine gunning them. Now, here's a trick.
Uh-huh.
Take your cursor and hover over that first point in the upper left that you made.
Okay. Do I click here first?
Nope.
No. Just hover.
Just hover over that.
Uh-huh.
Now go back like you're drawing a straight up line.
Up.
Move your cursor back to the right to make that line you're making vertical.
Okay. But click here first?
No.
No. Just okay. Ah.
See how it does that little blue dotted line?
Gotcha.
That will tell you that up and down you are at the exact same height as that first point.
Got
So
it.
if you keep moving your cursor until you get that angle to be 90 degrees and you got that blue line,
Okay.
yeah,
So where do I read it that it's
there's an arc coming off that line down to the left and a little window
I see.
that has degrees in it.
Yeah, okay, 90 degrees.
So you got it at 90 and you got that little blue dash line that tells you you're at the same height. Go ahead and click.
Gotcha.
Now you can go over to the left and click on that first point. Click.
Okay.
And you have square corners.
Gotcha. Aha. I was wondering, no wonder I was messing up every time I try to do something in here.
Uh-huh. Well, it's very fussy about what it wants to do. You see a little, some little symbols that have come up. Like in the lower right corner, there's
Yeah, this.
like an upside down T.
Yeah.
That means perpendicular.
Okay.
Or yeah. So that's a dead 90-degree corner.
Right. So
Down
we
at the
fix
bottom
this
in
one.
the middle. Yeah, down at the bottom in the middle,
Okay.
that means horizontal.
Okay.
To the left of that, you see two slash marks.
Right.
That means parallel.
Gotcha.
You also have a parallel on the top line.
Right.
So the bottom and the top are parallel.
Okay.
What we really wanted, let me get a sip of coffee.
Go ahead.
What we really wanted was a square box.
Right.
Up in the top bar menu, you see a spot that says constraints off to the right, about half a screen. Yeah, it says constraints.
Yeah.
That's what they call geometric constraints. You can tell things to be horizontal, vertical, tangent, equal, parallel, perpendicular. You can lock things in. You can tell things to be collinear, all kinds of commands like that.
Okay.
Let's use the first command on the left.
This one?
Yes, horizontal, vertical. And
Okay.
click that.
Okay.
Now click the line on the left of the box that's not square.
This one.
Yes.
Click.
Boom. And it moves it to dead horizontal and dead vertical.
Gotcha.
Try it on the right-hand line. See, it's telling you that it already is.
Okay.
The error says it already is square.
Gotcha.
So now we've made a nice square.
Now we got a nice square. Okay.
Now, the things that we make here in Sketcher are planar right now. If you look in that little pop-up window off to your right, way down at the bottom, you see an unchecked box that says 3D Sketch. You can draw in 3D space where some of the things here that you're drawing would have height, either before the plane or past the plane, towards you or away from you.
Okay.
That gets a little complicated. We're not going to get into that today.
Okay.
But I just wanted to show you that to emphasize the point that you're drawing on a dead flat plane.
Gotcha.
And the shapes that you make here in that dead flat plane are a lot like you've seen the hoop with the little handle on it that the kids use to make the giant bubbles. The kids toy that they make bubbles.
Yeah, that looks like a
hoop.
spoon.
Yeah, a big hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that are like the size of a plate or something.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're doing here. We're making a shape that can then be extruded into a solid. So that's what you think of Sketcher as doing is making a bubble extruder, only we're going to extrude solids.
Gotcha.
So now that you have your shape, we need to dimension it.
Okay.
All of the lines that are in your sketch right now are blue. Blue line means that the computer doesn't really know where it is. And that doesn't matter. I mean, you could extrude that right where it is right now.
Uh-huh.
But usually you want to control the dimensions on a shape so that your part comes out at the right size.
Gotcha.
So let's do dimensions.
Okay.
Dimensions are up in the top menu bar, about 5 to the right of the line command. It's the two vertical lines with the little blue line and two arrows going between it. To the right, about that one right there. Click him.
Okay.
Yeah, you can hover and read the thing. It won't hurt you.
Right. Sketch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there it is. It'll tell you about it if you hover, and it'll tell you what you're doing with the command.
Okay.
So let's put a dimension across the bottom of this. So you want to select the left-hand blue line.
Left hand. Okay.
Yeah. Let's click on him,
Okay.
and then the right-hand blue line.
Okay.
And see how it drags that dimension across?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Click him.
Okay. It's done. Click
Move
the
your cursor. There. Now
Right.
you have a dimension.
Okay.
Let's move your cursor down below the bottom of the box.
Below the bottom of the box.
Yeah. And then move to the left to get your dimensions centered.
Move to the left. Okay.
Yes. And move it down a little more.
Okay.
There you go. And click.
Just click. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so now I can change the numbers.
Yes, you can change the number, but right now we don't want to.
Okay.
So just hit enter.
Gotcha.
So there's your dimension of your box.
Okay.
Now let's do another dimension. You see the little 0 point there at the intersection of the green and the red lines?
Green and red lines.
Yes, those are your X and Y axes.
Here.
Little,
Oh, this.
yeah, that guy there. That's your 0 point.
Okay.
That's the 0 point of the sketch. Everything comes from there. Click on that,
Okay.
and then click on the right-hand line again.
On the right hand line.
Yeah. And then move your cursor down to the bottom near the other dimension.
I gotcha.
And put your cursor more into the center to get it off the lines. There you go. And click.
Gotcha.
Now, before you do anything,
Uh-huh.
see that 111,807 dimension?
Yes.
Go over and click on that.
Okay.
Now, see in your box where you enter your number, it says D1.
Uh-huh.
That's dimension number 1. That's what you clicked on. That 111,807 is like we call them parameters. I'll show you the list in a minute. But what we want to do is we want to get that box centered. So it says D1, that because you clicked on the width of the box.
Uh-huh.
You hit a slash on your keyboard, /2. In other words,
/2.
Divided by 2.
Okay. /2.
And then hit enter.
Huh. Nice.
Now, let's do the same thing that we just did, but for the height of the box.
Gotcha.
So we want to dimension the height of the box. Now, before you do anything, hold on, move your cursor down a little bit.
Okay.
Can you see how the left hand and the right hand lines are black?
Yes.
That means the computer knows where they are.
Gotcha.
It's defined back to the 0 point. But the top and the bottom line are not defined yet
Yes.
because we haven't put dimensions on them. So the computer doesn't really know where they are.
Right.
So let's do the same thing again with the up and down dimension. We're going to do an overall and then make the other one half of it.
Okay. So we're gonna click on the bottom or the top?
Doesn't matter. You can start at either end.
Okay. We'll start on the bottom
Okay.
and then go towards the center, right?
Well, no, you got to go up to the top because you're trying to dimension it vertically. So you want to
Go
select
straight up.
line. Yes. Doesn't have to be straight up. All you got to do is click that upper line
Gotcha.
and then move your cursor off to the right in the middle.
Off to the right. Okay.
Yeah, drag your dimension to the right. Keep going outside of the shape.
Okay.
And then down a ways,
Yeah.
and then click.
Gotcha.
Like a drawing, it makes sense. We don't want to change that one right now, so we're going to hit enter.
Okay.
And then now we want from the center, the 0 point, to one edge of the box.
So
Yeah, click there
click
and click the bottom line.
and click the bottom line.
Yes, the bottom blue line, the bottom of the box.
I got you.
Okay. And move your dimension, move your cursor over off the box. And something didn't catch. Go back and click on the 0 point in the center.
Go back.
You didn't catch that.
Okay. Click.
Now move your cursor over. Get it out of the box. You already got the bottom.
Okay.
It's
So
there. Yeah,
over
move it over there.
okay.
Get it off the top of the other one.
On top of the other one.
Get it off of the top of the other one so you can see it.
Oh, okay.
There you go. And click.
Okay.
Now go and click on that 104.457 dimension, the up and down overall.
This.
Click on him. Yeah. See, he says D3. That's the third dimension you put in. That's why it's number 3.
Uh-huh.
So you want it to be half again. So you do your /2 and enter.
Slash what? 2?
2
Okay. For half.
and enter.
Enter.
The slash means divide.
Okay, right.
So it's divide by 2.
By 2. Gotcha. Okay.
You're saying half the box wants to be half of the overall of the box is what you told it to do.
Gotcha.
Now,
keep that in my head.
well, once you do it 10,000 times, it gets a lot easier.
I'm sure.
Now, use your space ball and put that box in the middle of your graphics area.
The whole box? Oh, bring it up?
Yeah, use your space ball to move the box. There you go.
Okay.
And to make sure that it's nice and square, go over and hit the front again on that little navigation cube in the upper right corner.
Navigation tube.
It's in the upper right corner. It's under the blue line and above the pop-up window. Down.
Oh, this here, the front. Okay.
Front.
Click in here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And see how that squares you up nice?
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, you can go back and arrange your dimensions so they're a little easier to read.
Okay.
All you have to do is get your cursor on one and click and drag.
Drag it. Wait.
You're moving dimensions, not the edge of the box.
Okay. So click on it.
Now, you want to move a dimension. So you're like down the bottom, 111,807.
Oh, okay. The dimensions. Okay.
Yeah. Click on, well, you're on the line. That's what's highlighted.
Off the line. Okay.
Okay, click on him
Okay.
and drag it. Drag it
Downward.
down a little and put it in the middle.
In the middle.
Yeah.
In the middle of the box.
Yeah.
Up here.
No, down. I want to go down off the box. Down further. Down.
Okay.
Down, down, down. Off to the left a little. Put it right in the middle. There you go.
Oh, okay.
So you can arrange your dimensions so you can read them easier.
I got you.
Let's do the other one, the 55004. Yeah, the other one at the bottom.
Uh-huh.
Click on him.
Uh-huh.
You're still on that first one.
Okay. So bring him back over here.
And
Okay.
click.
And click. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Now click on him.
Well, we can try it, but I don't think you're set up to do that right. Does he turn blue, right? Click on him and drag.
Okay. Click and drag. Yeah, I see. It keeps changing this one. Okay.
Okay. Well, to fix that, go to the upper menu bar, back to the dimension icon.
Dimension, which is here? No. Oh,
No,
No.
It's the two vertical lines with the horizontal blue line. That's him.
Okay.
Click on him.
Okay.
And go back and hover on that 55004 at the bottom, the one that's kind of on the bottom. You need to zoom in to get. Oh, okay. He's highlighted blue.
Yeah.
Click and drag.
Gotcha.
Yeah, put him up higher, up
Higher.
above the 111, off to the right a little. Put him off to the right. Move your cursor there a little bit more, and click.
Okay. Click. Okay.
Now, see how they're nice and easy to read?
I got you.
It
Okay.
makes sense. Do the same thing with the left-hand dimensions.
Okay. So dimension. Let's bring him out. And we can bring him here to the middle.
Yeah.
Click. Back to dimension. Click. Uh-oh. Fusion 360 attempts to create a recovery file for untitled failed because the sketch dimension command is editing the file. Okay. I got you. Okay. So there.
Yeah.
That's good there, right?
Well, I would make it look like the bottom one where that box is closer to the box than the full box dimension. I'd go further to the right because you got them on top of one another.
Gotcha. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
So that I can keep an understanding. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, having your dimensions arranged nicely makes it so much easier to read.
Hey, how you doing there? The German 3D printing nerd. Good morning.
How you, Don? How you doing? How's things in Germany today? So now you notice in your sketch that all the lines of the box are black.
Right.
That means that the computer knows the location of everything back to the 0 point.
Okay.
So that's what we call a fully defined sketch.
Gotcha. So and this is our 0 point. So now it knows everything. I see. So now it's aware of where it is.
Yes. So we're done with this sketch right now.
Okay.
So that little pop-up panel off to the right, down lower.
Oh, yeah, this panel?
Yeah, that's a pop-up panel.
Right.
Way down at the bottom, it says Finish Sketch.
Okay.
Hit that.
Gotcha.
So now we're back into modeling world, where we could be extruding things or putting fillets on the corner or stuff like that. Use your space ball to twist your view to like an isometric view, looking at it at both two angles.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay. There.
Okay, you got it.
Okay.
So now we've made a shape. We've made the bubble extruder shape. And now we want to extrude it. So in order to do that, you go up to the top menu bar, right under solid, where it says solid.
Solid.
Okay, off to the left, left.
Oh, solid. Okay.
Okay, right where your cursor is, you've highlighted that box right there. Extrude. Read it.
Right. Adds depth, close sketch, profile, low planar phase. Select profile, low planar phase, and specify the distance. Okay.
So click that. Now you see how your shape, your square highlighted blue?
Uh-huh.
That's what's going to extrude. It's like you're dragging the bubble extruder through the air and it leaves a bubble behind it.
Right.
You're going to drag that and leave a solid behind it. Use your space ball and twist it some more in a direction.
Twist.
Twist it about 90 degrees. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah. Oh, keep going. You were going good. Right there. Stop. Okay. Now, you see that blue arrow in the middle?
Uh-huh.
You can click on that and drag shape outward.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So you're making a solid. Now, if you look in the little pop-up panel off to the right, See the bottom entry distance?
Yes.
60.9 millimeters. You can change the value there, or you can change the value on the screen where you have that little
Here.
number highlighted in blue.
Yeah.
You can either enter it there, or you can enter it in the pop-up panel, or you can just drag it with the arrow and click.
I got you.
So there's 3 different ways to get how tall I'm going to make that box.
Okay.
So pick something.
Okay. 70. Do I put a point in it? Let's say I wanted 70 millimeters. Just
Yeah, you
70
don't need
is
to
good?
point. Yeah,
Okay. So let's go
so you're
0.
all done now.
Enter.
Yeah,
Okay. So now we got a box.
yeah, your box looks funny. Use your space bar. And, okay, there it is. So now you got a box.
Yeah. Let me play with the space ball a little bit. There we go. I was practicing when I first got it a little bit. It isn't that easy, but you get used to it, I guess, after doing it for a while.
Yeah, in a couple of days it'll become more intuitive. Think
Yeah.
of it that the thing that you grab on the space ball is just like you grabbing the part on the screen.
Right.
So when you're manipulating the space ball, you think of it as the part on the screen and then just move your hand the way you want it to go.
Yeah. That is so cool.
Now, this thing that you've made, see, Fusion is what they call a parametric CAD system. Parametric means that all of the features in your model have what they call parameters. Go up to the top menu bar and look for the word modify.
Up here?
No,
No. Oh, up here. Modify.
yes, modify.
Okay.
Click on modify. No, not, that's an icon. See
You want me
the
to
word modify? Yeah, click there.
Okay.
Second choice from the bottom, change parameters. Click on him. Oh, there he is. Click him.
Okay. Huh.
Slide that. There you go. Now, click on model parameters.
Model.
Down a ways. There, up, down. There he is. Click on him.
Oh, model. Okay, yeah, model parameter. Okay. Now what?
Okay, he didn't do anything. See the little caret to the left?
Yeah.
Click him.
Expand it. Okay.
Yes.
No, it's unexpanded. Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay. Why is that not?
It says unsaved here. Is that what we want?
Maybe. I don't know why your save icon is still not on.
Huh.
You should be able to save this file. Let's solve that problem first. So let's close this window in the lower right corner. It says OK, or
Yeah.
that, the X or OK. Why can we not save this file?
Could it be because it says expired by now?
I've never seen that before.
I hadn't noticed that it came on, but it still lets me in and do
Have you had Fusion on your computer for a while?
for about, yeah, it's been, I haven't used it hardly, but it's probably been on here about 8 months.
They did it depends on what license you're signed up for. They have like a free license, and they have a paid license.
Let me see my profile.
Okay.
See what it says. It's off the screen to the right, and it says, welcome to Fusion Team, view, share, review. No, just nothing there.
Huh.
Okay.
I'm getting the feeling that it's letting you run it, but it's not letting you save anything because your license is wrong somehow.
Okay, so I'll have to check into that.
Yeah. There's something way off to the right of your screen, just lower than the navigation cube. Quick setup.
Setup. New document.
Okay, that's just default units, millimeters, all that stuff. Wow. Oh, way in the upper left corner where it says Autodesk Fusion 360
Yeah,
has expired.
yeah. But
That's
you know what?
why we can't save.
Okay, so I need to get in touch with them and have them reactivate this.
Well, I don't think they're going to do that without you paying for it.
No, I think that for it's supposed to be free to 3D printer, people and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I think they give that to you for a year.
Okay,
Um,
that's it.
yeah, a while back they were convincing everybody to get on the paid bandwagon. I've got a paid subscription because I make money off of it. I use it, so I paid them. But that's why we can't save your file.
How expensive is it?
About $300
Oh, $300 is not too bad. You know what?
for a year.
For a year.
For a year.
Well, if I can, with 1 year of learning it, I'm sure I'll wind up. I'll pay for it. I'll get it. I'll get it all set up. And let me see. Buy now. Let's see what it says. Buy now. Okay. No. So it's either monthly 60 for a year now. It's $495.
Woof.
It's gone up.
Yeah, when I got it, it was like 300.
Wow. So monthly $60. So I mean, we could do monthly for a few months, and
that's up to you.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do.
You could probably fiddle around and get the free license back, but I haven't been through all their requirements. And Viking is saying you don't need to buy it.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, let me go to free trial. Hold on. There's a free trial. Start your free trial of Fusion 360 for personal use. Okay. For more information, if you've already installed Fusion 360, sign out and log in within the application. Note, it may take up to 30 minutes for the new subscription type to update. Please allow at least 30 minutes before signing in. For more. Okay, so it says that I can just sign out and sign back in.
Okay, give it a try.
But we have to wait at least 30 minutes.
That's okay. We'll share my window and I'll bring up Fusion and show you stuff.
Okay, good. All right, let me go here. Wait a minute. How do I sign out?
Should be able to just click on the window, the X up in the corner.
Yeah, but it's not letting me click on any of that. Oh, wait a minute. This is why. Oh, close this.
Yeah, now your X is up.
Yeah, there we go. Sign out.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Did you hit for the sign in?
Yeah, but I'm going to wait a little while. It's set to wait a little while. So I'm going to bring this out. Go ahead and bring up your window, and I'll put you on the screen.
Okay. Let me know when you got my picture.
Yep.
Okay. StreamYard is a resource hog on the computer, so that's why my space ball is going a little bit screwy. But let's start a new file. So I go up into the upper corner, and I click on New Design. And see, my save icon is up.
Okay, I don't see you yet. You're not. Oh, let me stop sharing my screen. Hold up. Stop sharing. Okay, bring up yours. It's not up here yet.
Okay, let me see if I can fix that.
Yeah, share your screen.
Share audio. My entire screen. Oh, application window, Fusion 360, and share. Can you see me now?
Yeah, hold on. All right, give me a sec. Now you're there.
All right, here we go. Let's go back and do that. First I'm going to save this.
Okay.
And the save window, see location, I have it as Kevin Mask. That's like a file folder in your file cabinet. Remember how we started a job well, I'll just go and do it, and then I'm going to put it in James's first project, and I'm going to call it Sergio, and save. So now up in the top, it's changed to Sergio V0, version 0.
Okay.
It's put it in. Here's my file cabinet, and here's my file folders within that file cabinet.
Right.
So now we're starting a file. I'm going to go and I'm going to click on the origin here, and there's like a little cat's eye right there. That's your visibility toggle. If I click on it, it turns it off. If I click on it again, it turns it on.
Okay, you say it's a cat's eye. I can't see it on my screen. I don't know why. That box looks like just a black box.
Huh, that's weird.
Yeah, for some reason while it's coming through, that's how I see it.
All right, well, let's see how it goes. I'm going to start a sketch, and I'm going to pick that XY plane, and it pops me onto the plane. Are you seeing things good?
Yep.
Okay, instead of drawing lines, I'm going to do it the easy way, and I'm going to use what they call a two-point rectangle. So I can click on that, and I can make one corner, and then it drags out a box, and I can make another corner.
Uh-huh.
And it's got my horizontal or vertical symbol for a geometric constraint. That means the computer will keep that line vertical. Horizontal constraint. Let's do some dimensions. So I want one side of the box, I want the other side of the box, and then I'm going to hang the number. I'm happy with it, so I hit enter. Now I want half a box. So I go from the middle to here, come down, hang the dimension, click on the overall, and do a divided by 2. That centers it. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the vertical.
Let me see if I can fix. Hold up. There we go. Okay, now I got you all completely on the screen. Go ahead.
Okay. So there's my vertical dimension. I'm happy with that, so I click on that. Now I'm going to go, and I'm going to do half a box, and I want it to be half of that number, so it's divide by 2, and enter. Now the box is centered. If I'm not happy with the size of these, I just come back and double click on it, and I can change it. I want 100. Boom. See how it keeps it centered?
Right.
This one over here, well, let's make that one 80, just for the heck of it. And there we go, and I'm dead centered. Now, sometimes in a complicated sketch, these geometric constraints can get a little bit, they kind of block you a little bit. There's so many of them you really can't see. So I can turn them off. over in the pop-up window, it says show constraints. I
Right.
can turn them off.
So they're not in your way.
Yeah, so it doesn't clutter my view so much.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now I'm done with this, so I'm going to click Finish Sketch. So I'm done. I'm back out in the world. Now I want to extrude that. So I go to the upper menu bar, and it's the box with the arrow kind of showing it extruding something.
Right.
So I hit on that, and it automatically highlights, because this is the first time that I've used this sketch, it automatically highlighted it. So I'm going to drag it out a ways, and I think I want 70 millimeters. Let's do 70. That's good. So I'll hit OK. So now the sketch goes away. It's no longer visible.
Uh-huh.
Wow. My space ball is like totally bogged down because of StreamYards. Now, over in the left-hand side of the window, if I click on this caret here, body number 1, that's body, solid bodies. Body number 1, that's this guy. See, when I put my cursor over it, he highlights.
It highlights, right.
Yes. Also, if I put my cursor on it over here, it highlights
Right.
in the title. I can turn that off and on for visibility.
Okay.
Once you start to get a bunch of them out there, some of them you may not want to see.
Uh-huh.
Also, I can click on the caret over here, and it's my list of sketches. And I can turn that on. See how the line comes up? Off and on. So if I turn the solid off, I can see the sketch. But I can turn the visibility on the sketch off and on.
Okay.
So let's turn the sketch off. Let's turn the body back on. Now, we were talking about how this is a fully parameterized, and I can't see the chat window. So let me know if something's going on.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
So this is where we left off. Up here on Modify, change parameters, Sergio V1. I click on that caret, and it comes up with an extrude and a sketch 1. That's what I've done so far. I made a sketch, and then I extruded it. If I click on those carets inside the sketch, I can see everything that I did. 100 was the width of the box left to right, and it is D1. That's the name of it. Dimension 1 or parameter 1. The second dimension was half the box, so it was half of D1. The vertical was 80, and there's half of 80, because it's D3. 80 is D3. And half the box, D4, was D3 divided by 2. Then the extrusion that I did was along a distance of 70 millimeters. That's how big I made my box.
Right.
So everything that I've done here shows up in this parameters list.
Okay.
I can also manipulate the model from here.
Okay.
So I didn't want this. Let's see. Can I get on value? Yes, and I can change the expression. I can change the value. I'm going to change it down to 50 and hit enter. I'm all done. So I'm going to say OK. See how the box changed?
Yeah.
So you can control the shape of your objects from many different locations.
Uh-huh.
This might be getting a little confusing right now, but once you get used to it, once you do it 10,000 times, it'll get a lot easier. So I can bring the sketch back up again, and I can hover over the word sketch, and I right click, and I can now edit the sketch. So it takes me back in time to where I was making this. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to change that back to 100 and then finish the sketch. And it's brought the box back to the original size. Any questions so far?
So far, I'm good. Hey, Jimmy, just give me 1 minute. Let me just yell at my wife to get me a cup of coffee. Actually, I got lucky. She came in. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Café, por favor.
Tú eres sordo, te estoy llamando.
Estoy en una clase. She apparently was calling me and I didn't hear her.
Ah,
I just told her to bring me coffee. She says, "You can't hear me calling you." I said, "No, I'm online taking a class."
okay. So I'm going to turn that sketch back off again with the visibility thing.
Yeah, the only problem is that I can't see what's in here for some reason.
Huh.
Yeah, we just can't see the numbers, but I get the gist of what you're saying. I mean, I'm understanding. So even though I can't see it, but you're saying what it is, so that's good.
Okay. So now we have a shape.
Right.
Let's say I want to make something else on this. Let me see if I can get rotated around correctly. My Spaceball does not like to work with StreamYards. It sucks up my computer resources.
Yeah. Is it an older computer?
Yeah, it's about 4 or 5 years old. It's I think it's a Pentium 3 or Pentium 5, but I've only got
Pentium? You still on a Pentium?
Yeah, that was years ago. So
yeah, I you know what? I'm gonna send you a much newer, like an i5 or an i7.
I'm not quite sure what I have. I know it's a Pentium. I know it's a quad core, but I've only got about. I'm not sure if I got 8 or 16 gig of RAM.
Are you on Windows 10?
No, I'm on Windows 7.
Oh, you're still on Windows 7. Okay.
Yes.
Which is no longer supported.
No longer supported. I have my updates turned off. I just haven't liked Windows 10. I think that I'm going to be forced into it, and I'm hoping that business picks up a little bit, and I can. I'm going to build my own computer.
I got you. But here's the thing: you can get Windows 10, and then there's a shell program that makes it look exactly like Windows 7.
Oh, you'll have to show me that when I get there.
Which is what I have on both my computers. I have Windows 10, but they look like Windows 7. Hold on a second. Let me just show you my screen here real quick so you could see what I'm talking about. Let me go back here at the screen. Hold on one second. Let me go here. No, let me go here. There we go. And then share screen. Share. So if you see that's Windows 10. Now, if I go down to see where it says start, the start menu.
I'm following you.
Yeah, it looks like Windows 7. See?
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, it's real easy to do, but this is Windows 10.
Ah.
All right, let me get out of here.
I hear Fusion will run better on Windows 10.
Oh, okay. We'll go back to Jimmy, back to that, and we are good to go. Let me go stop sharing.
I wonder why that's blacked out like that.
It's probably something to do with your side. I don't know. We'll have to look at it. But you can see it on the YouTube window, right? It's blacked out.
On the StreamYards, yeah, I'm looking at StreamYards and I see that it's all blacked out. I'll have to try to keep that in mind while I'm explaining things.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm going to go back into Fusion and let me manipulate it around a little bit. I want to add something to my box.
Okay.
So I'm going to start another sketch by getting on the sketch icon, and I'm going to pick that same XY plane. So now I'm in a whole new sketch. Now, this will tie elements of a sketch to either the solid model or my original sketch.
Okay.
In other words, well, let me just do it and it'll explain as it goes.
Okay.
I'm going to go up to create here and I'm going to go to project include. And I want to project something. And I'm going to pick that edge of the solid body right there. And when I pick that, see how it highlights a red line off to the right?
Uh-huh.
When I click on that, now it turns purple. I'm going to hit OK, and I'm going to turn the solid off visibly. So I have a line in this sketch that's connected to the solid body. I have the right-hand edge of the box in my sketch.
Okay.
So now I can build off of that. I'm going to go and I'm going to hit the line icon and I'm going to click on one point. I'm going to come out to here and then I'm going to come back to that. And now you'll notice that this is highlighted here in the center of the triangle. It's like a light blue.
Right.
That means that that shape that I have drawn is fully encapsulated.
Okay.
In other words, if those were walls, there's no way to get out. There's no opening, there's no break in the lines. So when it turns blue like that, it's ready to extrude. Let me back up a little bit. See, now it's not blue because I can escape out this side here. But I can't go across, I can't go through that wall. I can't go through that wall, but this side is open. So it's not ready to extrude. So I'll go back to the line command and hit him and hit him. And now it turns blue. So if I'm inside here, I can't get out. I'm surrounded by walls.
Uh-huh.
So when it turns blue like that, the shape is connected all the way around and it forms an area that is fully encapsulated.
Gotcha.
So now I want to dimension this. So let me go over here and dimension angle. And I'll put him up there like that. I'm happy with that number. And let me go down and dimension this one here. Put him out there. I'm happy with that, but I really want him to be equal. So now I have equal angles. So it's made the triangle come out. And since this point is equidistant from red to point is equidistant on that box that we made, and this angle is equal to this angle is equal to this angle. They come
even though it's bigger. The angle's the same, but even though it's bigger.
I don't understand bigger.
Well, it looks to me like that half circle is larger than.
Oh, that's just a dimension line.
Okay. I got you.
That's just.
I got you. I got you now. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
I wasn't okay.
So now I'm happy with that shape.
Okay.
So I'm going to hit finish sketch. I want to bring back my original solid body. There he is. And I'm going to twist a little bit, hopefully, so I can, there, whoop. My space ball gets the screen there going. So now I can see my shape that's ready to extrude. If I put my cursor in there, it highlights that. because that area is totally encapsulated by a line.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to go up to extrude now. Well, beforehand, let me do something a little different. I'm going to go back into change parameters, and I'm going to look. My extrusion distance was 70 millimeters. That's how high I made the box, and that is D5. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to extrude this, and I'm going to go up a ways, and I'm going to come over into here, and I'm going to do a D5 divided by 2. So I'm exactly half as high as the box. See how that's working?
Yeah.
And then I hit OK. Now I've got my triangle sticking off the side of the box, and it's half as high as the box. If I go and I change the height of the box, which was my first extrude, and now I'm down in the bottom menu bar. Can you see that?
In the bottom, yeah. Okay.
This is what they call history.
Right.
It tells me I made a sketch, then I extruded the box, then I made another sketch of the triangle, and I extruded it. So this records from the beginning of time to now what I've done in this file.
Okay.
This thing is very time dependent. You can go back in time. You can drag your history marker, and I can go back in time to here and see how my triangle disappeared,
Yes.
because it hasn't happened yet as far as the history bar is concerned.
Right.
This is like where I traveled to in time. And I went back before I extruded the triangle, before I made the sketch for the triangle, and I'm back just after I extruded the box.
Right.
So now I'm going to move my history marker back to the end, and there it comes.
Gotcha.
Now, I extruded this triangle to be, the extrusion distance is D5 divided by 2. D5 is the height of the box.
Is the height of the box, right?
I'm going to change the height of the box. So I can go down into history here and right click on that, and it'll say edit feature. So now it takes me back in time. See how it's de-emphasized or unhighlighted
Right.
elements in the history bar? 'Cause
Uh-huh.
I'm working back in time right here, right now. So it takes me back in time.
Right.
Instead of 70, I'm going to make it 100. Did you have a question?
No, not yet.
Okay, so I'm going to make it 100. And as soon as I hit OK, it's going to do that 100 and run back through the history from where I am to the history marker and update the file.
Okay.
It's like I went back in time, and instead of choosing 70, I chose 100.
Right.
And it's going to go back and do everything I did after that with this new value in mind.
Okay. So it's gonna is it also going to change the height of that that pyramid that you made last?
Exactly.
Okay.
So here we go. I hit OK, and son of a gun, it's still half as high.
Right.
When I do a measurement, and here's my ruler up here for inspect,
Uh-huh.
and I come over and I get on that line, and you have to watch where you pick, because if I'm picking that line, if I pick the end point, it'll tell me the location of that point. If I pick the midpoint, it'll tell me the location of the midpoint or the bottom. But if I get in between those and get the line highlighted and click, it'll tell me, hey, that's 50 millimeters long.
I gotcha.
So it's half of the box.
Gotcha.
Now, while we're in measuring, let me show you a little something here. I can go back and I hit measure. This time I want that top corner and I want that bottom corner. And what it will do if I turn this XYZ delta off, it'll just tell me position number 1 and position number 2. Excuse me.
You okay?
And this is the X, Y, and Z numbers back to the 0 point of the file, which is at that origin point, the 0 point.
Right.
So it's reading all those dimensions back to the 0 point. And it tells me that my distance between them is 50 millimeters. But I can click XYZ delta, and it tells me what the delta in numbers, the location, is between those 2 points. So there's no difference in X, which is that way. See how on my navigation box, my X is going left to right?
Okay.
So no difference in left to right. Oh, I got to get some coffee.
Let me pause you for just 1 second. Let me see
Okay.
what this lady wants. And you probably hear my generator just kicked on to exercise in the back. I forgot that it exercises every Saturday morning. But I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, I'm in StreamYard's window right now if anybody wants to talk. How you doing, Viking? You waking up? Anybody still with us? Don, Viking, anybody out there? Not yet. I'm about 2/3 of the way down.
Okay.
Thanks.
Hopefully this look doesn't last much longer.
You were talking something about having an appointment on Thursday?
This past Thursday I had one.
Okay.
I missed it.
Uh.
I'm not in a real big hurry to go back to that yet.
I'm ready to get a haircut. I was ready when this whole mess started. So now I'm really ready. But I'm going to give it a few days. I was reading the thing that you have to set an appointment. Yeah. They're walk-in barbershops. I think their idea was they didn't want everybody in the waiting room all congregated.
They don't open till Monday anyhow, so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for Cindy to respond to me. And tell me when, because I was happy last night. I got my head up into a ponytail, so I was happy. And the only reason I was talking to Mom this morning is she didn't answer my email, so I was worried.
Okay.
And Mom has now developed the write an email and not hit send.
Okay.
And I would,
I'm back.
Okay, Sergio.
have fun.
Mm-hmm. So with the delta XYZ turned on, I see the difference in delta X, which is left to right, delta Y, which is up and down, and delta Z, which is my height.
Okay.
So I've proven that the triangle followed half the height of the box by
Right.
changing it. That's the parametric part. It's like half CAD system, half computer programming. So
Right.
I'm going to close that out. I want to hit measure again and show you one more trick. Here is a box called secondary units in inches. So if I measure here to here, not only does it tell me the distance in millimeters, but it also has it in inches.
Uh-huh.
So I can see both.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah, I like to do that. Now, if you want to change the units of this file, it's going to be in the black box that you can't see. There's a title there called Document Settings. If
Okay.
I click on the caret and open it up, there's an entry called Units, and my units right now are in millimeters. But if I click on the units, I can change. Now you can see the window. I can change to any one of these units in the file. I can have things be in feet, inches, meters, millimeters, or centimeters.
Right.
So let's continue working in millimeters. So now you've seen how the parameters, which is these guys here, have tied everything together. If I go into Sketch 2, there's the angle of my triangle. If I go into Extrude 2, I'm going a distance of D5. Oh, here's D5. That's the height of my box divided by 2. So it works out that it's 50 millimeters. So I can control all of these things from here. Let's change it again. Instead of 50, let's go back to the original 70. Hit enter, hit OK, and it changes the box again. I'll go and measure 35. Oh. Oh, that was the width of the box.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me change that back to 100. And it's the extrusion I wanted to change. This one here, the 100. I
Uh-huh.
want to change that to 70 and hit OK. So now I come back and I measure, and this will be 35.
Mhm.
Oh, I caught the point. So when I catch something wrong, instead of having to close the window and go back up and hit the measuring tool again, restart selection. I hit that arrow, and now I can come over and I can catch that line, which is 35 millimeters.
Cool.
So now, when I created the sketch for this triangle portion, the first thing I did was project this edge of the box down onto my sketch plane. And when it projects like that, it projects it perpendicular to that XY plane. So it drops it straight down like gravity. And it's tied to that edge of the box.
Right.
So let's go back and let's edit the sketch for the box. So I'm going to edit the sketch, and I'm going to change the width, and I'm going to make the box wider. And when I do that, it's going to take that triangle and move it out wherever the edge of the box goes. Because my triangle sketch for that piece on the side,
It's tied into it.
it's tied to that edge of the box.
Right.
So let's change this to 150. And hit Finish Sketch. See how it moved it?
Yeah.
That's the parametrics portion of it. That sometimes can be the hardest thing for people to grasp onto. But it makes manipulating the models easier because I can put these smarts into it that, hey, wherever this edge of the box goes, I want this triangle to go with it.
I see. And let me ask you a question. Suppose you didn't want the triangle to go with it for whatever reason. How would you do that?
All right, let's do it on the other side of the box. So I'm going to Come on, Spaceball, wake up. Here we go. So I'm going to create another sketch on the XY plane again, and I want a triangle on this side of the box. But since I'm not tying it to the edge of the box, I'm just going to draw it. There, to there, to there, and back up to there. I'm not going to bother dimensioning this. The lines are still blue because the computer doesn't really know where it is.
Right.
But for this example, that will work. So I'm going to finish the sketch, and I'm going to extrude that sketch. And again, I'm going to make it half the height of the box. Now, because part of my shape is inside the box, it's glowing red here. The triangle is highlighted red. That's because here in the pop-up panel under operation, it's cutting that solid. As I'm extruding it, it'll do a Boolean operation. It's cutting that box. But I can change that to join. See how it changes color?
Okay. Yeah.
Or I can change it to a new body. I'm going to change it to new body for right now. I want this to be half as high as the box. Hey, that box dimension height was D5. So I'm going to hit D5 divided by 2. Now, let me show you something else with that. See where I'm entering that distance? D5 divided by 2?
Uh-huh.
And it's highlighted in red.
Right.
It's highlighted in red. The computer is telling you that, hey, something's screwy here. I don't know what you're saying.
Okay.
Value divided by, and then I never finished the statement.
Got you.
As soon as I type in the 2, it turns black.
Uh-huh.
That means the computer, hey, I know what you're talking about, and I can do this. So D5 divided by 2, and okay. So now I have 2 separate bodies in here. I have a box and a triangle that are tied together. That's all one body, which I can turn off and on. And now I have a separate, smaller triangle, which I can turn off and on because it's a separate body. So now, if I go back to the original sketch of the box, and I edit the sketch, and I change this back to the 100 that it was, and hit finish sketch, that triangle's hanging out in space.
Gotcha. It doesn't come with it. So,
Doesn't come with it.
uh-huh. Now,
Go ahead.
can you reattach it or?
I don't know. I can move it,
You can move it. Yeah.
but it won't stay associative. That's a good example. Let's do that. So I want to move this edge over to this edge of the box. And I can do that in a couple of different ways. There's always a couple of different ways how to do things in this software.
Okay.
First of all, let's take a measurement. And I want to know what is the distance from that edge to that face. Now, when I go to pick that face, I have this thing turned on called Show Snap Points. Snap points are things like the center of the space, a corner, the middle of an edge. I can turn that off, and when I come over, I don't have all those little highlighted points.
Uh-huh.
But I like to run it with the Show Snap Points because I find them handy. But
Right.
if I pick just the face, not on any of the snap points, it tells me the distance between them.
Uh-huh.
21.2931 millimeters. Now I can come over and see how it says click to copy to clipboard.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of having to write down that number or remember it, when I go to move this shape over to here, I can click on that, and now the computer has captured it. So I can close here, and I'm going to go to Move Copy. Moves the selected face, body, sketch, or construction geometry a specified distance or angle. Select the objects to modify, then specify the distance or angle. Use Set Pivot to reposition the manipulator. The manipulator, let me hover, there it is. The manipulator is those three arrows, three little squares, the point in the middle, and the arcs with the circle on them. That's what they call the manipulator.
Okay.
So let's do that. I want to move this, and here comes the Move Copy pop-up panel. Now I can move an object, and I have selections here. I can move bodies. I can move components, bodies, faces, or sketch objects. Well, I'm trying to move a body, so I want it to be set on body. Move type. Free move. I can change angles, move it and drag it in any direction. This one is translate. It will move relative to the X, Y, and Z of the file, or I can set it to move to the X, Y, Z of a component. That's a little too complicated right now. We'll get into that later.
Okay.
Or I can rotate it. I can pick the thing I want to move, pick an axis, and rotate it around that axis. Or I can go from point to point. I could go from the corner here to the corner here if I wanted. But I want to move this thing straight in. The last one is point to position. I haven't really used that one. I haven't found a need for it yet. So let's move the body. Because this is highlighted, select the selection, it's set to pick the solid body that I want to move. Now I can pick that solid body out here on the screen, or I can go into that blacked out area where I have the list of bodies, and this one is body number 2. I can also select it over there. So I'll select it here on the screen, and I want to translate it. And right now it's set to component XYZ. I want to move it relative to design XYZ, which is X, Y, and Z shown here in your view, your movement box here.
Uh-huh.
So I know I'm moving it positive X because I'm going off to the right. I can grab onto these handles here, and I can move just along Y, just along Z, just along X. I want to move it in X. I already measured the distance from here to here, and I captured that number onto the clipboard. So I'm going to use that value. So I come over here and I highlight it. I know I'm in X, and then I hit Control V on the keyboard.
Control Z?
Control V.
V. Okay.
Many programs, when you go to copy, paste, Control C to copy, Control V to paste.
Okay.
And what's puzzling, okay, it's in red because my measurement tool was set to show inches as secondary units.
Right.
So if I hit backspace here and I wipe out the inches, hey, it turned black.
Mm-hmm.
Now it knows what I'm talking about because I'm not saying millimeters and inches. The computer went, hey, what are you talking about? What do you want? So now it's just down to millimeters. And you can see that it has already moved it onto that face.
Uh-huh.
So I'm happy with that. So I'm going to hit OK. So now those pieces are there. But there's still two separate bodies. There's the original one, and then there's the new body on the other side. but it's not tied to this.
Right.
So let's join them together and turn it all into one body. That's up in the top menu bar here under Combine. Performs a Boolean operation between solid bodies. Select the target body, who you're doing it to, then select one or more tool bodies to perform a join, cut, intersect operation on the target.
Okay. I'm glad you remembered that we can't see it inside the black box, but okay.
Oh, you can't see the with the little pop-up.
No, I see. No, you can't remember any of the boxes that you bring up. We can't see what's in there.
Oh boy, that's weird.
But
Okay,
I'm glad you read it out.
so I'm going to do a combine,
Okay.
and it's set operation to join. Can you see this panel?
I can see that panel. Yes.
Okay, good. So I can do a join, a cut, or an intersect.
Okay.
I
That's what we
wanna
can't see. When you highlighted it, the box came out underneath it. Can't see that.
Okay. So I'm going to do a join operation. So I'm on join. Target body is highlighted. That's what it's going to select. If I wanted to select the tool body, I click on tool body, but I need target body first. It wants to know who I'm doing it to. And I'm doing it to the big chunk.
Right.
So it highlights. Then it automatically jumps down to select the tool body. So my tool body is this guy over here on the left, and now he's highlighted. Well, I'm all done. So I hit OK. And now I have one body. It's all one piece.
One piece. Gotcha.
But this triangle over here was not tied to move to the edge of the box. Like this triangle over here was tied to move to that edge of the box. So it's going to stay right where it is in space. So let's do the experiment and go back and edit the original sketch that made the box. So I'm going to go over there and edit sketch. And I'm going to change the width. Oh, let's make that 120 millimeters and hit enter. Then I'm done with this, so I'm going to hit finish sketch. Well, this triangle that's tied to the edge of the box through the sketch moved. When this edge of the box moved out, that triangle moved with it, but this one did not. And let's go back and prove that by going to the way upper bar and doing an undo. So it was undo finish sketch, undo edit sketch dimension. Oh, what was I trying to show? Okay. And then undo edit sketch. And see the distance, note the distance from here to here.
Yeah.
It's about yay big. Well, in addition to the undo, up here in the top, there's a redo. Now I can hit that arrow and get them one at a time, or I can hit the little caret next to it and get them all at once. Or I can pick what point in time I want to redo back to. If you keep your eye on this distance from the edge of the triangle to the edge of the box, as I hit redo, it's going to change. See how it got bigger?
Yes.
That's because I moved this edge of the box further out. So it took over more of the triangle.
I got you. More real estate of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why the distance from here to here increased.
Gotcha.
So that's an example of when you don't tie a shape to the original shape.
Cool.
Gets kind of confusing a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit, but but I'm getting most of what you're saying, which is good. And I think we ought to stop for now and continue on the next time. Let me try and see if I can't get my Fusion up and set, because
Okay.
what I want to do is, as you're explaining stuff, I want to follow along.
You got 2 screens?
Oh, I have 3 on here.
Wow, okay, you're in business then.
Yeah. So I'm able to do that. Yeah, I got 3 monitors on this computer. So
Oh yeah, that'll make it easier. You can run your Fusion on one while you're watching me on the other.
exactly. Because I'm one of those learners that I retain stuff better when I'm actually doing it.
Yes,
You know,
I
so it makes
understand.
sense. And besides, Tom is going to be on in a little bit. Tom Lama.
Oh, okay.
So
So we'll go over and drive Llama crazy for a while.
I think he said 9:30 or 9:45 is what I saw. So and then what's his name? Chris Wakaki is going to have
Joe Pruscia tonight. Yes, I saw that.
tonight or later this
afternoon.
afternoon. I think it's 1:00.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to get in on that because I'll be out at my mother-in-law's.
Yeah, I got to run out. I got to run out and pick up flowers for my daughters, and the wife's already been taken care of. So
Smart man.
let me move the. Yeah, there we go. Back to the screen.
Well, I really enjoyed this, Sergio. It's fun teaching somebody, especially right from the beginning.
Oh, it's cool. I mean, I've been wanting to learn this thing, and just watching classes sometimes doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think you're geared to learning that way.
No, I'm more geared to hands-on. I'm a hands-on kind of person.
Yeah, the best way to learn is one-on-one, just like we're doing here. One student at a time. So that way,
Works for me.
that way the teacher can gear himself to the student.
Yep. All right, man. So we'll end it for now, and I'll see you a little bit later on Tom's stream.
Okay, Sergio, it was a blast, and thanks for giving me the opportunity to teach you.
Oh man, thanks for volunteering to teach me something. And actually, I want to send you. I'm going to get I have a couple of webcams here somewhere that I got to dig out. One of them is a newer one. I'm going to send you a webcam so you can get out of that focus.
Yeah, everybody hates my
that you
picture.
got. Okay.
Fine, much appreciated. I think 3D Medic Vince is sending me one already, though.
Oh, you'll have to. No big deal.
And we can do this again sometime, Sergio, especially
Yes,
if you get
definitely.
the day off. If it's a rainy day and you're stuck at home,
There you go.
you have my email, get in touch, and let's see if we both have some free time.
All right, we'll do.
Okay, buddy.
All right,
It was a
take care.
ball.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.